In this video, I'm going to show you how I mix my dyes for a liquid dye tie-dye. And more importantly, I want to show you why it's important to mix your dyes well. So we've tried a bunch of different methods, primarily using a funnel to pour dye into the bottle and then add water to the bottle, and then just shaking it up, right? That's kind of common, that's pretty normal. The problem is it leaves a lot of dye left out of solution, and there's a better way. So what we do is we use a milk frother and this is a silicone 2-cup measuring cup. This is from Amazon, and a teaspoon just for mixing, for measuring the dye. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add powdered dye to the measuring cup. You can add the water first, but I found that when you sort of plop the dye into water, it'll splash and then it can get on the surroundings. So this is just a little bit cleaner. This is deep orange, and this particular dye from Dharma calls for 2 teaspoons per 1 cup of water. So 1, 2, and then we're going to add 1 cup of water. And then we're going to use the milk frother, and this just does a really good job of getting all of these particles that you can see. Actually, I'll show you. Actually see all that dye that's sort of floating in there. This does a really good job of getting that all into suspension. The thing that I particularly like about these silicone cups is that they squish down kind of nice, and they have a pour spout, so it actually ends up going into this bottle real nicely. And all this stuff cleans up really nice too. All that is going to come out with just a little rinse. Okay, so now I want to show you why it's important to do a good job of mixing your dyes. If you do decide that you just want to pour water into the bottle and mix it, that works. You can shake it. You just got to shake it really, really well. And the big thing is that there's still going to be a little particulate dye that's left in the liquid. And what that ends up doing is it leaves speckles in the areas that you dye. You can see that there, this one here in particular, all those little red spots. That's dye that didn't get mixed into the liquid. And honestly, it doesn't look bad. It's just kind of commonly seen as a little bit of a defect. So if you want to avoid having those little speckles that you can see there, then you want to do a really good job of mixing up your dye. Here's an example of one where we did mix it using this same method. And you can see that there are the dye is just, it's much more even. Right? So there's less of these little speckled areas, and that is kind of, you can actually see just a little bit here. That might just be color bleed through from the purple, but in general, you're going to get a much better saturation, and you don't have those little speckles. So I hope you liked this short video, just giving an explanation of how we mix our dyes. And if you thought this was helpful, please give it a like. Thanks.